When we start something new and we don't get the results we want right away, we instantly think to ourselves that we just suck at this. And we create this limiting belief for ourselves that we can't possibly be good at this. But in this short video, I'm going to explain to you the factor that I believe is causing you to not succeed with the new goal that you set out for yourself. Check this out. My name is Rich AK, and I help business owners and artists overcome roadblocks in their life that lets them put themselves back into control of their own movement and direction, which lets them actually see what they're looking for and go after it. And so in this video, I want to talk to you about what happens when you become an ambitious person, when you have a goal for yourself that you want to accomplish and you actually try to start accomplishing it. You create this playing field for yourself where you're like, okay, I'm going to do these things and get to this place where I want to be at. Well, most of the time what happens when you first start out on a project like this is you actually end up not seeing any results at all. And the first thing we're going to think when we don't see any results is, oh, there's something wrong with us, or we're not cut out for this, or this just isn't for us. And the truth is, there's actually nothing further from that specific cause. In reality, there's one main factor that occurs that happens to almost everybody who achieves some level of greatness, some level of success in their life, which is overcoming these boundaries that your brain creates for you. See, your brain is only reacting to its current stimulus. So when you're trying something after you believe that it will work and it doesn't work, what is your brain going to tell you? It's going to tell you that this isn't right, this isn't work, this isn't for you, all this different amount of fog. And this is the fog that pretty much stops people from actually achieving what they want in their life. Well, I'm here to tell you that there's only one root cause to you overcoming this, and that's your conditioning. If you can wake up in the morning and reset yourself, put yourself in a state where, okay, this specific thing doesn't work right now the way it is. How do I reframe myself? How do I reposition myself? How do I readjust what I'm doing in order to start seeing results again? Well, then your brain opens up new avenues, new tunnels in order for you to create a new solution for the problem that you have. And so this is how you actually overcome those steps. And make no mistake about it, this iterative process where you're constantly trying something new, adjusting, trying something new, adjusting, this is the conditioning factor. See, what happens to most people is they end up falling off of their goal because they tried something one way, the way they envisioned it in their head. And mind you, they've never done this before in their life, right? So what they see in their head is what they believe is going to work. And the moment it doesn't work, their brain tells them, oh, this is not for us. This is not going to work. This is not how this happens. This isn't for you at all. And so we want to avoid those kinds of thoughts. And instead, we want to take a step back anytime something does not work and look at what the process is causing. And then we can shift, we can readjust, we can reframe how we do something, and we can try it again. And as you take these steps, then you actually start to see some sort of results. And then you amplify, and then you improve, and then you get better and you move on to the next level. But so what most people do is they try something, it doesn't work, and they tell themselves that, well, it's time to give up. This didn't work. I'm not good for this. This is for someone else, not for me. But once again, anybody who's ever really achieved any level of success or greatness in their life knows that there's an iterative process, and it starts with one main factor, which is your conditioning. And the more you condition yourself on a daily basis, the more you try something new, the more you adjust to new responsibilities, the more you adjust to new pressures, the better you're going to get. And you're not going to see it right away. It takes a week, it takes a month, it takes some time in order to actually start to see these things happen. Because it's not about you just looking at something and wishing something into existence. Life generally does not work that way, but it will work in a way where you can lead your beliefs, you can lead your visions to the success, to the oasis that you want to actually achieve. And so that's what I'm here to tell you today. If you've had trouble, if you struggled, if you've tried to create a goal for yourself, but it just hasn't worked out for you, don't get discouraged. Instead, use that energy and enable yourself to reposition what you're doing and to try it again from a different perspective. Do a little bit of research and then see what else you can do. What have other people done? You can model things. And then that's going to help you get to the next step. Once again, I oftentimes talk to people who have a goal for themselves. And first off, let's just say most people who do have a goal for themselves never even get started. So if you're the kind of person who actually does start on your goals, you see something for yourself and you set it and you actually start doing it, well, then you're probably ahead of 90, 80% of people out there, realistically. But most of the time we end up falling off because we start something and it doesn't work. And when it doesn't work, we get discouraged. And when we get discouraged, our brain starts playing games with us. It tells us that this and that and this and that. And all of a sudden, tomorrow comes by. And instead of trying to actually tackle the problem again, what you end up doing is you push it off to the next day. And then you push it off to the next day. And you push it off to the next day. And then a couple of weeks go by. And all of a sudden, you forgot about the goal that you ever set for yourself. And I'm here to tell you to not do that, because that is the biggest trap people fall into. And I can speak on this very confidently because I've fallen into this trap many times over my life. And that's the only reason why I can actually explain this, because if someone was there to tell me about this and tell me that, hey, it's not that you suck at this, it's that you just need to get better. It's that you need to start thinking about things in different ways. It's that you need to approach and attack the angle from a different perspective. That is the secret. That is the power that's going to let you get the next step. That's going to get you to the next level. It's going to open up your eyes to new things you haven't known before. And so I hope this video helps you out. My name is Rich AK. I work with business owners. I work with artists. I work with a bunch of other people, whether they're friends, acquaintances, family, in order to help them get to the next step, because we all have goals. We all have visions for ourselves that we want to achieve. And there's nothing more sad to me than seeing someone who has a grandiose goal for themselves, but they never actually start the process. So if this video helps you out, please follow, like, comment, share, subscribe, whatever you have to do in order to get this video out to your friends. I'll see you in the next one.